How Two Feather Was Saved from Loneliness by C.J. Taylor. An Abenaki legend. Long ago, the earth was a cold and lonely place. No one knew how to make fire, and there were very few people, and they wandered far in search of food. Two Feather was lonely and hungry. All winter long, he had met no one. All he had to eat was the bark he cut off the trees and the roots he dug out from under the snow. He was glad when at last spring came. The sun grew warmer and the ice melted from the lakes and rivers. As he knelt to drink from a rushing stream, he caught sight of his face in the water, and he felt lonely again. How I wish, he thought, I wish I could see another face. To forget his loneliness, Two Feather lay down to sleep on the soft moss. He was awakened by a voice calling his name. He was afraid to open his eyes and find it was only a dream, but then the voice came again, and the rustle of leaves told him that someone was near. He opened his eyes and was frightened to find a strange figure above him. His fear passed as he saw a lonely woman, lovely as spring, with long, soft hair, and he held out his arms to her, but she moved away. He tried again and again to touch her, but always she stayed just beyond his reach. One day he followed her. At nightfall, they came to a lake. He could not get close to her, so he made a drum and in the moonlight sang of his love. Please, he begged, I am so lonely and you are so lovely. Stay with me and I will love you and look after you forever. I have to come to look after you, Two Feather, she said softly. If you do what I say, you will never be lonely again. What would you have me do? He asked. Follow me, she said, and turned away. He followed her over mountains, through forests, across streams, always afraid she would get away from him. If he tried to catch up with her, she hurried on ahead. But when he grew tired or hungry or slowed down to rest or eat, she waited for him, and after many days, they came to a vast meadow. At last she stopped and rose above the air, hovering over him like a bird. Two Feather, she said, gather some dry grass into a little pile, then take 2 sticks and rub them together. Soon sparks flew. The little pile of grass caught fire, then the tall grass, and soon the whole meadow was ablaze. Two Feather had never seen fire before, and he was frightened. Would it spread forever and just destroy the earth? But the soft voice reassured him. It will be all right, Two Feather. When all the grass in the meadow had burned and the fire died down, she spoke again. Now, take hold of my hair and pull me over the burned ground. I cannot do that, Two Feather protested. I cannot hurt you, for I love you. If you love me, Two Feather, you must trust me and do as I say, she said gently. Two Feather did as she asked. He pulled her back and forth over the burned meadow. Her hair in his hand was softer than anything he had ever felt before. She seemed to grow lighter and lighter as he pulled, and when he finished and turned, she was no longer there. But where he had pulled her, green shoots appeared. It was the first corn ever grown. As the corn grew tall and ripened, people found their way to it. Now they no longer had to wander in search of food. They built houses and a village. Two Feather married and had children, and he was no longer lonely, but he never forgot the corn goddess. Each summer, he held the first ears of corn. He felt in his hands again the softness of her hair.